We enjoy eating fresh vegetables and fresh fruit, particularly when we can get them ourselves from our own garden. We also buy some from the local market or the supermarket, but especially from the supermarket, we're never really sure how fresh the vegetables and the fruit are. Even if they're sold as fresh, they have been possibly picked days or weeks or sometimes even months before they end up in the supermarket. They've often been cleaned and sanitized, and we don't know what goes into these cleaners and sanitizers. And they may also have been coated or sprayed with some mold or growth inhibitors to stop things like potatoes sprouting while they're waiting to be sold. And all these additives are, questionable. We really don't know. Even buying fresh salad that's been packaged in a plastic bag, quite often these days it's got some sort of gas in it to help keep the salad looking fresh. So we really don't know if it is fresh or not. And a lot of veggies that are sold in the supermarket are sold there because they have a reasonable long shelf life. They're going to be able to last and look nice enough for a longer period of time. Other ones that we've been discovering and enjoying from our garden, such as the Dao Doi, I picked this yesterday. You couldn't sell this if you tried. It doesn't look very healthy at all. And I think this is one reason that some types of vegetables, some types of local herbs are no longer eaten, are no longer consumed because they don't have a shelf life. Not because they taste bad, not because they don't have good nutrients. They taste fine, and quite often they contain more nutrients than vegetables that you can buy that have been mass-produced, that have been monocropped, that have been fed chemical fertilizers, that have been enhanced to grow quickly and last a long time and not necessarily have much goodness at all. But picking even the weeds from our garden can be more beneficial than buying fruit and vegetables that's been sitting on a supermarket shelf that might have grown hundreds of kilometres away from where it's being sold. We just don't know the history of what we eat, even if it's been sold as being fresh. And lately, we've been experimenting with some of these different ones that Pansa has learned about during a seminar that she went to, where people were teaching about the old style of gardening and foraging in Thailand. And these herbs that I'm talking about here, particularly the Dao Doi and the Aom Saap Pa and the Som Tai, these are all ones that grow in tropical and subtropical areas of the world. So wherever you live, I'm sure there are a multitude of vegetables and herbs that are considered sometimes to be weeds that are quite edible. You've got to do your homework. You've got to know how to identify these things. But when you do, you can add them to your menu. We've been cooking some curry lately, and a really good vegetable curry with some good handfuls of Dao Doi and Aom Saap Pa, and it's really a huge boost for our immune system, for our respiratory system. It's giving us vitamin A and vitamin C, and along with a good dollop of the mother-in-law's curry paste, it tastes fantastic. There's nothing that you could really compare this to the freshness and the goodness, and certainly the cost of it. Completely free. These things grow wild. The other one that we've done recently, and it's one of my favourites, is called ho mok, which is a steamed dish. And this is made by taking some banana leaves and making pockets out of them, and then placing the herbs and the local vegetables and a fish preparation with coconut cream and other goodies to then steam it for a while, and it is absolutely delightful. Some kaffir lime in there, some chili in there just to top it off, and it's absolutely scrumptious. It's really delicious. The one other thing that I really enjoy putting in here is some licorice leaf that we've got growing in the garden too. Just a little bit, and it gives it a real zing. And then Pansa's also been making some omelette with it, and chopping it up, breaking it up tossing it in with the eggs and mixing it together, and then giving it a quick fry in a little fry pan, turning it a couple of times, and then cutting it up into squares and serving it with some nam prik. And this is a traditional Thai chili sauce. Pansa adds some of the small bitter eggplant to it as well, and together it's absolutely delicious. We were eating it with some bamboo shoots that we'd been fried up as well. So tons of goodness, incredibly fresh, picked straight from the garden. We're not picking it and leaving it a day for it to look a bit sad. That there's all the goodness there, the vitamins, the minerals. These plants have got potassium, they've got calcium, they've got magnesium, all kinds of goodness for us that are boosting our immune systems and just helping us to have a happier and healthier life. And yeah, picking these vegetables from our food forest is far more preferable than going to the supermarket and having to buy stuff that's been packaged. Some of the supermarket veggies these days in one particular chain have got a label on them that says pesticide safe. Really not sure what that means. Is it safe to put pesticides on it, or is it, yeah, I'm just not sure, but you get my meaning. I think they can be a bit dodgy. They'll try and market them as being clean and fresh and good, but honestly these days you've got to really take it as a marketing ploy rather than the honest truth, because we just don't know. And sure, these things are done for our modern convenience so that they can stay looking nice on the shelf, and when they're refrigerated they can last quite a lot longer, whereas when we pick our own, yeah, they're going to look a bit sad and a bit wilted if we don't eat them immediately. But yeah, when they're growing all around, it's really easy. And eating fresh like this, eating good whole food in our diet regularly, this means that we're not taking any supplements. We don't need to add anything that's been manufactured necessarily to our diet, because most of what we're eating is fresh and all the goodness is still contained in the plants and the fruits and the vegetables that we're eating. And in particular, if we're, like we like to, planting heirloom seeds that will produce plants that have not been altered, they've not been genetically modified or changed in any way, they're original, and these plants quite often contain higher percentages of vitamin C and, yeah, all the goodness that should come when we are able to pick our own fruit and vegetable from our own garden. If you'd like to know more about what we're doing here with the herbs and how we use them and how we make smoothies and stuff like this from them, check out this playlist next. There's a series of other videos there that if you've enjoyed this one, I'm sure you'll enjoy these ones as well. And thanks very much for watching this one all the way through.